All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. This is the brother lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And, what I want to go into in this lesson is the topic of false witnesses rising up. Okay. All right. And, we see, um, in recent news what's going on over there in the state of Israel between Israel and Palestine, and in the wake of those events taking place, all right, we see a lot of uh, agent activity, okay, all right, from within um, the nation of Israel, okay, all right, you Israelites that know that you're an Israelite, okay, all right, from you Christians, okay, all right, from scoffers, all right, and from agent provocateurs, okay, all right, pretty much setting up the narratives to persecute the hopeful righteous elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, okay, and so the fact that this is happening should not come to a surprise to us, all right, because this is what Yahweh Shai went through, and this is what he warned us was going to happen, okay, all right, and it's always happened, all right, to the prophets. All right, as it was with Yahweh Shai, they couldn't deal with him in the scriptures. They couldn't deal with him in the spirit. They couldn't resist what he was saying, so they had to come up with lies and slanders, okay, against him to try to justify them putting him to death. Okay, all right, and they're gonna do the same thing to us. All right, so we have to definitely prepare our minds for it and just embrace it. Okay, rejoice in it. Okay, and be not ashamed of the testimony of Hamashiach. Okay, because that's another thing. All right, with these false witnesses and the slander that's coming. All right, a lot of it is to make us feel ashamed for what we believe in. All right, when we ain't doing nothing but reading out the Bible and trying our best to practice it to the, through the Spirit to the best of our capabilities. Okay, and they hate that. They hate those things. They hate that they can't um, resist what we're saying. Okay, because they're getting cut up in the spirit. Okay, and they hate the fact that we've turned to the Lord. Okay, all right, and we're keeping our faith in Yahweh Shai Shai. So now they're gonna have to come with the carnality. Okay, it's all part of the movie. Okay, all right. So with that being said, I'm gonna start with Matthew chapter 26, verse 59. It says, "Now the chief priests and the elders and all the council sought false witnesses against Yahweh Shai to put him to death." Okay, so you see the leadership at the time. What they did was gather up. They really went around looking for people, all right, to tell lies against Yahweh Shai so that they could kill him. Okay, all right. Mind you, this man was out there in the marketplaces. He was in the synagogues, daily preaching, doing miracles. Okay, if he was such a wicked person, all right, they would have had every reason to already have taken him out in the first place. Okay, why did they wait so long? Why did they have to, you know, um, go to such extent, all right, to put him to death if he was that much of a wicked person? And it's the same thing that applies to us. All right, we people slander us, all type of different slanders. But if any of those things were true, all right, Esau would have been wrote on us. Okay, because he knows, our live where we live. Okay, he knows where brothers work. He watches us. He monitors our pages. Okay, if he really had his cameras everywhere, if he really had evidence against us, he would have been came up against us, man. Okay, so because they don't have any evidence and they can't deal with us in the spirit the same way they couldn't deal with Yahushai in the spirit, now they got to come up with the lies. Okay, verse 60 it says, "But found none. Yea, though many false witnesses came, yet they found none. At the last came two false witnesses, and they said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days." Okay, all right. So they saw many false witnesses, man. Okay, all right, and none of the slander and the lies that they put out against Yahweh Shai, none of it stuck. Okay, so then what they had to do is they had to take something that Yahweh Shai said, okay, and reinterpret it according to the narrative that they wanted to make about him. Okay, Yahweh Shai did talk about the temple. and it being destroyed in 3 days. But what he was really meaning by what he said was about his body and his crucifixion and his death and resurrection, and ultimately the rebuilding of the tabernacle of David. Okay, all right, but they couldn't understand that, so they took something that he said and reinterpreted it, okay, to fit the narrative that they wanted to make about him, so that they could kill him. Okay, all right, and that's the same thing they're gonna do with us. Okay, you you see, with vocab and these Christians, they come up with these loaded questions. Okay, when they know that we really talking about a future time, they know that we talking about the kingdom, and you know what I'm saying, how to when the Lord comes back, and we gotta wait on the Lord, but they gonna try to spin it and make it seem like we doing these things now and that we're violent and things like that. When according to the doctrine of what we preach, we teach not to be violent. We teach non-violence. Okay, we teach being wise as serpents and harmless as doves. That's what we teach. We teach wait upon the Lord. Okay, we teach vengeance is mine. I will repay it. That's what we teach. And they know these things. Okay, but because they're so offended, they have to reinterpret or reimagine or misrepresent what we teach to fit their narrative. Okay, because they're offended in the Lord. They hate God. It has nothing to do with us. Okay. All right. And Yahushua told us, marvel not if the world hates you. You know that it hated me before it hated you. Verse 62, it says, and the high priest arose and said unto him, answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witness against thee? But Yahushua held his peace, and the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living God that thou tell us whether thou be the Hamashiach, the son of God. Okay. All right. So when they were bringing up these accusations against Yahushua time after time after time, okay, did he respond to them? No. He held his peace. He kept his cool. Okay. All right. He didn't try to go back and forth with them, because it was, first of all, it's the will of the Lord that Yahushua was in the position that he was in. Okay. The prophecy says that as a sheep before his shearers is dumb, so he opened out his mouth. Okay. So Yahushua had to go through it. Okay. And he answered here and there. All right, but for the most part, he didn't say anything. He didn't get into some big old dispute and back and forth and try to be overly apologetic. Nah, he held his peace, man. Okay, all right, and second of all, look, the scriptures say, the Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Okay, if you're not part of the elect, you ain't gonna get it. So they ain't no point of talking and going back and forth with you. Okay. The scriptures talk about how the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay, all right. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken unto the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Okay, they're not gonna get it. Okay, all right. The Yahushua told the Jews many times. Okay, you cannot follow me. You cannot hear me because you are not of my sheep. My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. Okay. All right. So these people not gonna get it. They gonna, make a false flag, a fake terrorist attack, blame it on brothers. Okay. Set something up. Okay. All right. Said that we did something that we ain't do. They gonna start calling your ex-girlfriend and calling your boss at work and calling your family and shit. To try to get you to speak or, trap you up in your words and stuff like that. See if you'll, get emotional behind it and start singing like a canary, man. It's it ain't that serious, At the end of the day, the reason why they're doing it is because they hate God, man. Okay? It ain't nothing more or nothing less for us to be sitting here, surprised or shocked, okay, or feeling like we owe these people an answer. We really don't, okay, because we've already laid open the doctrine, okay, for the world to see. We put it up on YouTube. We broke it down, okay. They know what we teach, all right, but they can't accept it, all right. They can't accept it as the truth, even though it's evident. So now they gotta lie and slander. Let them do what they do. Okay, let them do what they do. All right. All right, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." Okay, so Yahushua already told us that these things was going to happen, and that really we should be happy. All right, because that's a blessing from the Lord that we suffer for his name's sake, for righteousness' sake, as the prophets did of old. All right, they're going to lie. They're going to come up with all different type of madness against us. So let it be. It's the will of the Lord, man. All right, it should be no desire. All right, that should provoke no desire for us to try to soften the narrative, okay, or I'm saying soften the blow, okay, or change up the doctrine so it's friendly, or backpedal on what we said, what I'm saying, or be overly apologetic and overly explaining some shit. These people, fuck them, man. Okay, I don't care if it is your family or it is your wife or your children. Fuck all that bullshit, man. Or people in the world. Fuck that, man. Okay? All right, they cannot get it because they are not of the Lord's sheep. Okay? That's it. All right? They lying and bearing false witness because they are not of the Lord's sheep. That's it. That's all. Ain't nothing more. There's nothing more, nothing less. Okay? And praise the Lord for allowing us to partake of Yahweh sufferings, man. Okay? 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12, it says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." All right, so we can't be shocked or, in amazement that this is happening. Good. We should welcome it. Great. All right. It says, "But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's sufferings, when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy," man. So they lied on Yahushua, they gonna lie on us too. Okay? All right, they took what Yahushua said, they misrepresented his character, his message to be something else so that they could put him to death. So be it. Okay? All right? No need to seek to save our life. Okay? No need to feel ashamed for what we believe in. All right, verse 14, it says, "If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye." Okay, so if we be reproached and receive shame for the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, that's a blessing. "For the spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified." Okay, so they gonna speak evil. Let them speak evil. Let them do it. All right, the Lord, hearing what they saying. The scriptures talk about every idle word that a man shall speak shall he give account of in the day of judgment. Let them say it. Let them say that bullshit. Okay, it's not gonna be fair. It ain't gonna be. We're not gonna have the ability to go on YouTube, in the days to come, and what I'm saying, give our side of the story and go back and forth, like how we do now. A scoffer come up, start teaching some BS. What I'm saying, then we kind of able to do a response video. We're not gonna be able to do that, man. We just gonna have to wait on the Lord, trust in the Lord, okay, and bear the reproach with a joyful and cheerful mind, okay. All right, verse 15, it says, "But let none of you suffer as a murderer or as a thief or as an evildoer or as a busybody in other men's matters." And that's what we teach. We don't teach to go out there and kill people and steal from people, okay, and do all this extra degenerate behavior. We don't teach that, okay. But you can best believe, all right, that in the near future, they're going to set up false narratives. They're going to plant evidence. Okay, they're going to be using deep fake technology, AI. They're going to be doing all of that. Okay? They're going to set up agent provocateurs to say, "Oh, yeah, I was part of them," and this, that, and the third. They're going to do that. Let them do it. Okay? Let them do it. Okay? All right? It's just a part of it. It's just a part of the movie. All right, Romans chapter 8, verse 33, it says, "Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is God that justifieth." These people ain't got nothing to say to us. They ain't got shit to say about us. Why? Because Yahushua justifies us, man. So there's really nothing they can say. And they know they can't say nothing. That's why they gotta lie. That's why they gotta lie. All right. So you know the Lord ain't gonna justify them because they got a lying tongue. The scriptures say these things doth the Lord hate, and the seven are abomination to him, a proud looking, a lying ass tongue, man. Okay? All right? A false witness that speaketh fucking lies. Okay? They think the Lord don't see that bullshit. The Lord see that shit, nigga. Bro, the Lord see that shit, bro. Hey, so do it. Hey, let them do what they do, man. Let them do what they do. That's the way we. If that's the way we got to get out of here, okay. If that's the way, I like it. Okay. If that's the way we got to get out of here, so let it be. Fuck it. Because at the end of the day, the Lord gonna justify us in the end. Okay. All right, and he's gonna make it clear that he's vindicated us. All right, Thessalonians. Okay, it tells us what it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Okay, all right. Psalm 37. Okay, all right. It says, "Fret not thyself because of him that prospereth in his way, because of the man that bringeth wicked devices to pass. Trust in the Lord and wait patiently upon him." Okay, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, and the Lord shall bring forth thy righteousness as a light and thy judgment as a noonday. The Lord's going to vindicate us in front of these people, man. Okay? It's going to be tacky. It's going to be unfair. They're going to lie. So let it be. Fuck them. They wicked, right? Let the wicked do what they do. Okay? Let them do what they do, man. It shouldn't be no surprise. Shouldn't be no shock. There's no shock. You know what I'm saying? No, caught off guard. The fuck, you don't get caught off guard when a dog start barking. Okay? If it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, it's a duck. Okay? However the saying goes, man. If it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a fucking duck, man. Let him be the duck. Let him be the dog, man. Fuck him. Okay? All right, it says, Psalm 27:12, it says, deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. Okay? And that's what this really is. It's really just cruelty. It's really just them being spiteful and wicked. All right? Esau hates that the birthright was not for him, that the Lord predestinated him to be destroyed. Okay? And that's kingdom coming to an end. So he doing this shit out of revenge and spite. Okay? All right? He's just a bitch ass nigga. Okay? That's all that is. He's just a bitch ass nigga. All right? Okay? All right? They say, vocab and them, the Christians, oh, they're violent, they preach hate, this, that, and the third. Look at what's going on over there in Palestine. That's not violence, that's not hate. If it was really about violence and hate, there should be an uproar over what's going on over there. Okay? And we ain't siding with either side because they both ain't supposed to be over there anyway. Lord gonna cleanse that land of all the wicked inhabitants of that land and plant the righteous seed. Okay, which is the seed of the nation of Israel anyway. So we don't give a fuck about the Palestinians. We don't give a fuck about the Israelis either, man. Okay, but if it was really about what they say it's about, then there should be an uproar against the wickedness that's going on, and there isn't. Which goes to show you is because of they have a personal offense with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They hate God. Okay, they wanted to call us rapists and this, that, the third. Come to find out. One of the niggas that levied that accusation against us, look at where he at on sexual assault charges, man. Okay, brother Polite. Okay, all right. Want to call us rapists and this, that, the third, man. And look what's going on in the Catholic Church and the Christian Church. Okay, if it was really about those things, that type of wickedness wouldn't be going on, man. But it's going on because why? Because it's really not about that. It's really not about righteousness with them. It's because they hate God. Okay? All right? They like to shed blood. They like to lie. Okay? Verse 13, it says, I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Okay? So the Lord is going to see us through, man. All right? He's going to bless us in these times. The scriptures talk about how we shall be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. So the Lord is going to deliver us in these various different situations in the times to come. And if we have to be martyrs for the testimony of Yahushai, praise the Lord, man. Tawadi Yabashim Yahushai. If we have to suffer for his name, call Allah Yabashim Yahushai, it's okay. Okay, if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer with him, we shall also reign with him. Okay? All right, so everything's going to be okay, man. And that's the mindset. Okay? Not to focus on what these people going to say, how they going to say it. It's going to be unfair. Or I didn't do that. Look, man, the Lord sees, man. Okay? The Lord sees. Okay? And even they know that they in the wrong. Even these wicked motherfuckers. You think the scribes and Pharisees didn't know? And the Sadducees and the priests didn't know they was fucking lying? Motherfuckers knew they was lying. Okay? They knew they was lying, man. So let that shit sit on their conscience so that when the famine start rolling in, okay, when the pestilences and the war and the real violence start rolling in on their ass, and the fire and brimstone start barbecuing their ass, they can have something to remember, okay, as to why this is happening to them. Oh, because I bore false witnesses and I persecuted the righteous. That's why the Lord's fucking me up right now. Okay? All right, so, hey, with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashmi Al-Shai, Bahashim Rakhakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to the elect, Kwame Asharala, and Abba Shalom.